Hey y'all, it's your girl Cass. Welcome to my page, my channel, Cass of the Light. Y'all, this was like a bad example of finger quotes that I did, but I'm working with it, so y'all gonna have to work with it. But anyways, I'm on here because I just been having like really good conversations the last couple of days, and like both of them kind of like piggyback on each other. So I kind of want to get it on and like just talk about it, right? So when you know, you know. So one of the conversations that I got like into, we were talking about relationships, right? And it was very interesting because I talked about situationships, right? So what is a situationship? So for me, I never really liked titles. This is like ever since I was like a young like teenager. I never cared about like being somebody's girlfriend. It really didn't matter to me because for me, to get a label, I would want to think like we have a future together, right? So for me, if I couldn't see myself with you like a month from now, a year from now, hi, what is the point, right? Like for me, I don't need a title for that. So it went back to me really like self-analyzing myself and was just like today, because I kind of talked about it yesterday about that I don't do the titles, but then today it came like full circle to me, like that I was playing myself this whole time. And this is what I mean by you guys need to like self audit and like really look at things like in different perspectives and look at yourself, because I just realized something that could like cut my time down like to nothing when it comes to like people that like I meet, because ultimately when you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? It just clicks. Like it's just like, I don't know if you guys were on my live Saturday, but for example, Shakira, right? This goddess. She seen me talking, she seen me on the live. But guess what? She was like, I saw my reflection in you. So we was able to click like this. Mind you, I never talked to her a day in my life. I've never seen her. We never communicated before that day on that live, okay? And you saw how it just flew, like it just flowed. We just like was tapped in here. It was just a connection. This is exactly how I feel about Crystal Akalandula. The first time I seen this girl on screen, I was just like, is she my twin? Like, and when I like, and I've only been following her since June. And anybody who's been following me for a while now knows that like this is how I talk. I like been started making my videos way before June. Like this timestamp. And when I say when she was talking, I saw me and her, like my reflection. It was OD. So it made me think about like relationships now, right? Because, you know, I'm single and stuff, so I'm like meeting new people all the time. And like I be giving people like not really, because don't get me wrong, I already do a lot of filtering before I even get to this whole date situation, right? But I just realized that I could cut it down even more. So this is what I was saying, right? I never been about titles. But I've been in situationships. I've only been like in one official relationship, right? And that was only because I had spent a lot of time in this relationship. We were really good friends. And then I could see myself like having a future with this person. Because if I didn't see myself having a future with you and there was like still things to work on, like I just didn't give the title. It just didn't happen. Because for me, everything was not in line for me to make that commitment, if that makes any sense, right? So I used to like how I made it make sense in my head then was that, like, okay, because I don't want to force nobody to change, but I can communicate some of the changes that I want to see, and give it some time and see if it comes into like fruition. Because at the end of the day, I strongly believe that if you're gonna take somebody for who they are, you need to take them for who they are right now. Flaws, all, the good, the bad, the ugly. And can you accept that, and can you live with that for forever type of shit. So, but then today, after thinking about it and was like kind of like explaining it to somebody else, it made it like it made me think, like, when I know, I know. Like, you see how like certain connections, it's just like you meet this person and it feels like you knew them forever, or do you meet this person and it's just like y'all just flow, like y'all just here, like you guys need minimal words to really understand each other. It's like it just gives, you know what I'm saying? And then so I was just like, maybe I'm not like really being fair to myself or the other person for me to do that. Because ultimately, if I meet somebody, I want us to be aligned right now. Like whatever I'm doing right now, like I need you to be on my time, like right now. I don't think it's fair for me to have to wait for you to be on my time, and I don't think it's fair to you for you to have to like wait for me so I can be on your time. Like, you know what I mean? So I was just saying that, just like, when you go somewhere and you just like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be here, or maybe I should leave. It's that same thing. It's called intuition, right? Because when you just know. It's undeniable. Like the connection, it's undeniable. The energy, everything is just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And it just gives. That's what I'm saying. It gives, and it continues to give. So assess that. Assess those feelings. Because once you know, then you'll be able to pinpoint it, and you'll be able to make decisions quicker and not waste your time or energy. Not to say it's like it's like a completely waste of time, because ultimately this can be a friend. Ultimately this could be networking. Ultimately it could go through end up being whatever it is that it is. But for like, as far as like who you want to be with, I feel like you're just gonna know. It's not something that should be like, oh, let me take my time and see like if it gets there. Don't get me wrong, you can grow in love, like that's definitely a thing, but that's like on some arranged marriage type shit. At the end of the day, if I have like an actual choice in the matter, I want us to be here, like, period. I don't want me to be here and feel like you down here, or feel like I'm up here, I don't want none of that. I want us to be here and be able to grow and build with each other, period. And if I don't feel that spark, I just think it's a disservice to us both. Like, it can't be one-sided neither. Like, it has to be mutual. Like, it has to be mutual. You can't like feel the spark and then I don't feel the spark. It has to be like, we feel the spark. You know what I'm saying? Like, we feel the same way. Because sometimes I can feel like I'm relatable to like a lot of people. But that doesn't necessarily mean I feel like you're relatable to me, if that makes any sense too. Because there's a lot of people I feel like I could have really good energy with, really great conversations with, have a really good time with. But ultimately, do I like see you on that level? Or do I see like me integrating my life with you? Maybe not necessarily. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Because ultimately, I want magic. And I'm not settling. And I don't think anybody should. Because when you know, baby, you just know. Like, period. was like if, and, or buts about it. Like, are y'all feeling this here? Like, I know I'm gonna go on a tangent right now, but yeah, I just wanted to come on and say that because it's just like, listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, and like when you just know. Don't fall in love with like the potential person. You're kind of setting up yourself for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because what if that person never gets to that potential that you're looking for? And now you're in resentment, but whose fault is that? Because you saw what you was getting when you was getting it. It's not one of those situations where like they acted like this person and completely like changed. But if like they've been the same person and then you wanted more from that person and that's what they always showed you, that's not fair to them, and that's not, and you dead ass wrong for that, like completely. But I think that was just my thought for today. Yeah, don't fall in love with no potential. It gotta be it right here, right now. Period. And when you know, you know. So that was just my little talk for today. I hope everybody have a good night. Tomorrow is Saturday, so it's supposed to be take y'all to church Saturdays. So hopefully me and Shakira will be able to get on and give you some of our divine feminine goddess magic and energy. But that's it for now. Until next time.